Hey there, this is Jonah. I'm here for LEA 210 Christian Leadership Discussion Board number 1. And question number 1 is, how would I illustrate the differences between self-centered and God-centered ambition from my own life? So I serve in ministry. So for me, examples of self-centered ambition will be serving in ministry to look great in front of others. Going to Bible college like OSC College and learning theology in order to be regarded as more important or smarter or more highly of than others, or putting myself as the center of a ministry instead of the people that I'm here to serve or even edify. Or if I'm a team leader, only building up my team, the people in my team, only building them up as high as will make me look good as a team leader, but not high enough for them to surpass me in capacity and function and capability. That's all just putting myself at the center and trying to exalt myself, make myself look good. And this is completely contrary and reverse to the type of ambition modeled and taught by Jesus in his life and ministry. The example that I have from the Bible is from Mark chapter 10, verses 36 through 45, where in summary, John and James, sons of Zebedee, come up to Jesus and they say, Lord, we ask that you can do, we ask you to do what we, excuse me, I don't have it right here, so I'm trying to summarize. Basically, can you do something for us? Can you do us a favor? And he asks, what do you want me to do for you? And they ask him if he can grant them to sit one at his right hand and one at his left in glory. So they wanted Jesus to exalt them in glory. So they were very self-centered in their ambition. And Jesus basically, he asks them if they would be willing, if they can drink the cup that he's drinking or be baptized with the baptism that he's baptized with. So basically, are they willing to go through the suffering that he's willing to go through? And Jesus then continues after they say, yes, we are. And the other disciples get word of it. And everyone they start arguing and fighting. Jesus calls them all together and says, you know that those who are considered rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great ones exercise authority over them, but it shall not be so among you. But whoever would be great among you must be your servant, and whoever would be first among you must be the slave of all. For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. So Jesus is saying, you're coming at this with a self-centered mindset, and you're in this for you to be exalted, and that's not the kingdom. That's not the kingdom of God. It's completely flipped. I love what J. Oswald Sanders says in Spiritual Leadership, page 14 of chapter 1. He says, the real spiritual leader is focused on the service he and she can render to God and other people, not on the residuals and perks of high office or holy title. We must aim to put more into life than we take out. So for me, in my personal illustration, is just serving. Leadership in my eyes should never be this holy position, these great benefits. It's always servanthood. How can I serve you? What can I do to serve others? And I think this relates well to Jim Collins in his book Good to Great, where he describes in chapter 2 a level 5 leader. And he says level 5 leaders channel their ego needs away from themselves and into the larger goal of building a great company. It says humility plus will equals a level 5 leader. And I think Jesus exemplified a level 5 leader. He humbled himself and didn't. Philippians 2:7 or 2:6 says that Jesus didn't consider being equal with God. He didn't consider it anything, but he came down as man and humbled himself for 33 years being here. And that was humility, and he had the will to do whatever it took to get to that cross, to die for us, for the cause. And Paul did this too. Paul showed great humility in saying that he was the very least of all the saints, but still had ambition to go to the ends of the earth and to even end up dying for the gospel, for the cause. And so both Jesus, Paul, other disciples, they were exemplary models of level 5 leadership, of taking the focus off of themselves and just putting it back on the cause, on the organization, on the church, on the gospel. And that's how we should all have our heart postures. But that's what I got for discussion board number 1. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great day.